friends, it's Deanna here today, and today we're going to be working in two really cool projects. We've got a zipper pouch. Don't be scared, zippers are really not that scary. And we also have a very cute little drawstring bag. Super cool. These two are so handy for kids going back to school or just to give away as presents. So stick around and let's sew these together. All right, friends, we're gonna get started with our zipper pouch, and all you really need is a zipper, some outer fabric and liner fabric, and a cutting tool, and then your sewing machine. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our zipper and we're going to figure out just exactly how long it is. So this zipper is a 9-inch zipper, but you see it has the tape on the sides, the extra tape. Well, we need to figure out just exactly how wide it is, how long it is, so that we know, and that's the size we're going to use. This is a 10.5-inch zipper all the way when you measure the extra tape on the sides. So that's how wide we're going to cut our fabric. And then how deep, how the length of the fabric is going to be up to you, whatever you want to make it. So I'm going to go with 7 inches. We'll just go to 7, which is just a little bag to add things to, just put little toys in or little pencils in. This one's going to be for my son and it's super cute, but these are great for like presents, to give out to friends, even to stuff like gifts in. So if you're like giving somebody a gift and you want to stuff it in one of these little bags so that they have the bag afterwards, that is such a neat little present to give. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my fabric. Again, 10.5 by 7. That's how big I want it. I'm going to cut 2 outers and 2 liners. All right, friends, now we've got our 2 outers and our 2 liners and our zipper all ready to go. I've got some clips to clip my project together. You can use pins or clips. I just feel like clips kind of hold it a little bit better together. So that's why I'm using clips. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our liner and we're going to put it face up on our mat. We're going to grab our zipper and we're going to put one of the raw edges face up so that you can see that zipper stopper, that's the face up, right on top. And then we're going to grab our outer and we're going to put it the right side down, so touching the zipper, the right side of the zipper. And we're going to go ahead and pin, make sure that you're pinning it really nicely and evenly, and that they're all matching all those raw edges. Now we're going to go ahead and go sew our zipper on first. And what happens with a zipper, one of the scariest part about a zipper is when you get to that zipper stopper, we are going to have to move it, because if we just keep going straight, your sewing machine, your needle's kind of going to go around it and it's going to give you a funky little thing. So I'm going to sew all the way up till then, and then we're going to move the zipper and continue to sew. So you can sew the zipper tape down. But I'll show you that when we're sewing over at our sewing machine. All right, friends, it's time to sew, and I'm going to be using a zipper foot. The really cool thing about a zipper foot is that it allows you to get really close to your zipper without breaking your needle. You don't have to be so careful with it. And a lot of sewing machines come with a zipper foot already, but if you don't have one, you can just use your regular foot and you will be good to go. Just make sure that you stay straight at the same spot and don't run over that zipper. My zipper stopper is over here on this side, so I'm gonna stop and then I'm gonna move my zipper and then keep going. I'm going to move my zipper out of the way and then keep going. Make sure your zipper tape is still in place correctly. And our first part of our zipper is done. So when you open it, your one side will be already put together. So now we're gonna go on and do the other side. All right, now that our first part is done, we're going to make another sandwich. So we're gonna grab our liner again, face up. We're going to grab our zipper and we're going to put it face up again. And now we're gonna have this other space of the bag over here down here that we're just gonna keep out of the way, the other side of the bag. And then we're gonna grab our outer, I'm gonna put it face down right on top of our zipper again. So we're creating another zipper sandwich, and we're gonna go ahead and pin and go and sew just like we did that first one. Let's go sew it together. I'm gonna start at the side that doesn't have my zipper stopper. Backstitch and go all the way down. Here's my zipper, so I'm going to stop, move my zipper stopper up, put back down, make sure it's even, and finish up. And your other side is done. We're gonna go over and steam this down, steam both sides down, and then we're gonna top stitch. All right, as we're steaming, make sure that you don't mess up your fabric. I'm gonna open it up actually all the way, and make sure that you don't burn your zipper. So I'm just kind of going lightly around the zipper and steaming out so it's nice and flush. If you want to steam the back as well, you can do that. Get it all pulled out. Steam it nice and flat so you have less bulk to work with. Now I'm going to go over on my sewing machine, and I'm going to top stitch along the edge of both sides of the zipper. And we can do a contrasting color or the same color, whatever color you want to do to make it look really, really cute. So we're just gonna go around the edge. All right, I'm going to go with like a light blue to kind of play off of that color of the zipper. And I'm going to kind of keep my foot right along the edge so I know kind of exactly where to stay the whole time as I'm sewing. If when you get to your zipper, you're having a hard time, you can put your needle down, move your zipper stopper out of the way, and continue. Remember to backstitch when you get to the end. Now we're going to do the other side. It's looking really good. All right, friends, as Bo is sleeping right behind me, lazy, we are almost done with our pouch. It's coming along super, super nicely. So what we're going to do now is I opened my pouch, so it's sitting right here. I'm going to open it. I'm going to grab the right sides and touch them together. Right sides together, and then the liners, they're going to touch together, right sides together as well. Now, right now, when you get to this spot, if for some reason you kind of went a little bit off the edge, which I kind of did, you can go ahead and trim that a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and piece it together first, and then I'll do a little bit of trimming. So what I'm gonna do is I want that zipper tape to both face to the liner. So I'm gonna grab that zipper tape and face it to the liner and pin right here, those two together. And then I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Face that zipper tape towards the lining, so the right side of the zippers are touching, and pin right there first. Then now I'm going to go ahead and pin all the way around. Oh, I almost forgot. You want to open your zipper, because if you don't open your zipper, you won't be able to get in to turn your bag right side out. That will be very frustrating, especially after you finish all your work. That is like something I would do. I do it all the time. I have to pay attention to my own sewing. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and pin all the way around, and we're going to sew all the way around, leaving a spot right here to turn our bag around. So I'm just going to pin it right here, and I'm going to pin it right over here with the red clips, which means stop. And hopefully I'll remember that once I'm actually sewing. So I'm going to go ahead and start at one of my clips and go all the way around and come back to the other clip. Now remember, when you get to your zipper area, don't run over that zipper stopper. So try not to go too close. I know we have a zipper tape right there that should guide us and keep us from, give us enough room for us to sew together and not run over it. So in theory, it should be really, really easy. It is really easy. And so I'm gonna finish spinning, and then I'm gonna sew it, and we'll be all done. Well, almost all done. All right, let's go sew it. All right, friends, we're almost done. We're gonna go ahead and trim those edges, and I got a little bit off in some spots, so I have probably a little bit more trimming. Make sure you trim right here over by the zipper area and those corners, so you don't have as much bulk. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I've got this little tool from my Cricut actually, and that's the one I like to use for poking out my corners. I'm going to go ahead and turn my whole bag right side out, all the way. And I am going to poke out those corners gently. I am super excited about this project because it's super simple, but super cute. And then you can go ahead and also poke out these corners. Now, we're gonna have to close out that hole, because if you don't close it up, you're gonna stick stuff in there and it's gonna go down that hole, and then you won't be able to get to it. Has that ever happened to you before with one of your purses? I feel like I lose everything, and then all of a sudden I find that it's trapped inside the liner because something, my key or some kind of probably sewing tool, has ripped a hole at the bottom of my purse liner, and then I can't find it. It just went right under. So we're gonna go ahead and sew this hole in so that that doesn't happen to us. I'm going to go ahead, see how the this seam allowance already goes down when I'm trying to hold it down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and what is the word? The word is steam it. I'm gonna steam it, and then I'm gonna go all the way around and sew. And if you want to, you can do the same for your outer as well. You can sew all the way around your outer, or to make it a lot easier, you can just sew that bottom stitch and that's it. Top stitch that bottom, and you don't have to top stitch everything else. It is up to you, whatever you want to do. I think I'm just gonna go the lazy route and just sew that top stitching right there, and we'll flip it in and we'll be done. All right, friends, both still sleeping, and we actually finished our project before he even woke up. And we're going to flip that bag in, and we can go ahead and pull those corners out. You can use your tool if you want to pull them all out and make them even. And we are done. Here's our cute little pouch. How cute is that? Perfect for you to put little supplies in, your kids to put little things in. Perfect zipper pouch. We can stick our scissors in there. They actually fit. Our magnets, rotary cutter. Keep all our sewing tools in a little place together, or some toys or whatever. I love this. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything that I did on this project, and stick around. We're going to do our drawstring bag now. All right, friends, it's time for a drawstring bag, and I found this vintage basketball fabric in my closet, and I was super excited about it because this will be the perfect bag for my son to have and take, you know, when he's going somewhere where he needs to stuff some shorts and some socks and a t-shirt or anything like that. So it will be great for that. Now the size that we're going to cut the fabric really depends on how big of a bag you want. So you're just kind of gonna look at it and say, hey, this is how big I want it. You're going to lose about 1 inch at the top. So that's how high you want it. So you're gonna either cut 2 pieces that big, or you're gonna cut it on the fold so you only have to sew up the sides and not the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it a 12 by 14 rectangle. That's the size I want. So we're going to go ahead and cut it and get started. All right, so I've got my rectangle cut out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it and fold it right sides together. And I'm going to go ahead and sew those sides. One is going to go all the way up. I'm going to sew all the way up, and then the other one I'm going to sew, stop, and leave about a 2-inch gap, and then sew all the way up about 1 inch. And that gap that's going to stay right there, that's where we're going to insert our drawstring, which I've got some little rope string to use, or you can actually create your own binding and create your own straps if you wanted to do that. So let's go ahead and pin and sew. Now that we have that little gap is ready, We can either, if your fabric is going to be fabric that frays, you can fold down a quarter inch to a half an inch and then down again. And we're going to top stitch, fold all the way down, all the way around, and top stitch. And then you'll have this little gap right here is where you're going to stick your drawstring all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and seam half an inch and down another inch, or however long you make that opening, and pin or clip and go all the way around, and then we'll top stitch along that raw edge. Well, not raw anymore. You can steam it if you'd like, and then go on to sew it up. All right, friends, we are done with our bag. All we gotta do is go ahead and turn it around. You poke out those edges, those corners, and then whatever you're using, I am using this drawstring. Well, it's not really drawstring, it's just like a little rope. You're going to insert it through, I'm using a safety pin, and we're going to insert through that area that we left, and we're going all the way around. Again, you can use anything for this, whatever. So you're gonna make that casing as big as whatever you're putting through there is. And you can make your own binding strap if you wanted to, and that will work just as well. Once I've got it all the way through, we can go ahead and tie those 2 loops so that they don't come undone. And I had already made a little tie on this one, but we're gonna take it apart and tie them together, because I think it will be better. And if you think that your strap is too long or whatever, you can make it shorter, trim it a little bit, and it's done. I'd like to have the bottom fray, so I'm gonna go ahead and fray it and cut it kind of short, so it just frays a little bit at the bottom. And here's my drawstring bag. So here it is open, and then we just pull our cords and close it. Now that's a very long tie, so if you wanted it shorter, you can make it shorter. It really is up to you. And it is super cute, super handy to put in all your fun little things. Just random stuff around me. Even some notebooks. Yay! All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial with your little zipper pouch and your little drawstring bag. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything that I did or did not do. Please comment, like, share, subscribe so you can be entered for a giveaway. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time.